The following is a presentation of Muddy River News.
Welcome to the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
With 6 big screens, a new larger kitchen, and now more seating capacity, the Abbey is the place to be before, during, and after the big game. Come enjoy fan favorite appetizers, steaks, burgers, and a variety of daily food and drink specials. Can't join us? Carryout is available too. Now with a convenient drive-up window to better serve you. 1736 Spring in Quincy. Opens at 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday.
Come join all your friends at the Abbey, a Quincy tradition.
Instant Replay is your local sports bar. With 18 big screen TVs, we have all the sports packages from college games to pro games. We offer daily drink specials, and come check out the Bullpen, our newly renovated beer garden. Instant Replay, 2739 Chestnut in Quincy.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Daily Muddy. I'm Ashley Conrad, and joining me today, Pilar Brumbaugh with, how are you?
I'm great.
Excellent.
I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited you're here. So, Pilar, you are the executive director of the Quincy Humane Society.
Sure am.
Nice, congratulations.
Thank
so
you.
how long have you been doing that?
I think this is like year 3.
Year 3?
With my team, yeah. We're
Time flies.
rocking and rolling.
You
It does.
are.
It flies when you're having fun. You got to love what you do. You might not love it every day or different aspects of it, but
Yeah. Well, I
Which
can
is great.
imagine because you get to work with animals, you get to work
Yes.
with people who love animals and the common passion, and I just think that would be really, really cool.
I love it.
Yeah, good.
Sure, I
Excellent.
can find a spot for you if you wanted to come to Humane Society
You
or
know-
something in your free time.
In my free time, which I do have so much of, and Aunt Amy has tried to get me on the board and try to get my husband, and which I know is very, very important. So even though I may not have time for that, I do try to help in other ways, which is to get involved not only with, of course, we adopt our animals from there, but we get involved in events that help support your mission and help care for those animals and connect families with those animals. So one of those events is like perhaps one of the biggest things that you guys do throughout the year, and that is the Mutt Strut.
Yes, it's, I think, 17 days away, and I'm like, I need to start an official countdown
Yeah.
to get the days right. I'm like, oh my gosh, time flew by, but it's almost here, and we're really excited.
And this year, so you always have a theme, which is super cute, but in this year, it's no different. It is the Furry Fiesta.
Furry Fiesta.
Yeah, so that is going to be, and along with those themes, you have, animals that come dressed up, people that come dressed up. I mean, you get people into it, right?
Oh, yeah. Actually, this year, everybody that participates will get a bag, and in the bag will be a Fiesta-themed bandana that will fit dogs of all different sizes.
Fun.
So, they can all be in the theme and have a great time.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Mutt Strut, give us a quick, just a real quick rundown of what it is and why you have it.
So for 20 plus years, we've been hosting the Mutt Strut, and for a few years now, we've kind of bopped around to different parks.
Mm-hmm.
We are at South Park, and I love it because the walk kind of takes you through the park, of course, but then we can all just be together right at that Circle Drive area. Mutt Strut is a 1-mile Mutt Strut, where you and your pet can walk around the park. We do have a little bit more space to be able to do a little longer than a mile, maybe wanted to do a little shorter than a mile.
Sure.
It's really just putting that emphasis on time with your pet.
Right.
And this is the perfect opportunity for pet owners to bring their families out. This is where you can bring your kids, your husband, your grandparents if you wanted to, but you can also bring your dog.
Right.
And it's a full family event, and we've got so many different activities. We've got some really great vendors that are going to be there. At the end of the day, everyone there loves animals, so it's just a whole animal-loving fiesta.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is, of course, you can't have a bad time when you're around animals and having a fiesta, right? It's just kind of impossible. So the Mutt Strut is September 30th, which is a Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And it starts at 10 a.m.
We
And
have
it-
registration at 9 a.m.
Okay.
And then the walk will start at 10.
Okay. So do they register day of, or can they register before? Or how does that work?
We actually have a couple of options.
Okay.
So we do have our online registration form, which you can go online. We even have a pre-registration date. So say you register today.
Yeah.
And you want to pick up your stuff, beat the crowds, totally get it. You can actually come to the shelter from 4:30 to 6:30 on that Thursday before. So let's see, the 30th, the 28th.
Okay.
And you can come get your goodie bag, get your bandana, and pick up your event T-shirt, and you'll be good to go.
Okay.
Otherwise, yes, you can come out day of, register with your pet. We'll have volunteers to hold the dogs while you're filling out your registration
Sure.
form.
Yeah.
And and we can get the party started.
There you go. That's awesome. So September 30th, 10 a.m., registration starts at 9 at South Park for the Mutt Strut. And all of the funds, that come from the Mutt Strut go directly back into the Humane Society.
That's the very best thing.
Yeah.
Mutt Strut many years ago was something where if Ashley Conrad had a pledge form, and she could go around to her friends at Muddy River, she could go around to her neighborhood, and she could collect pledges where all that money would come back. So people would go all around town. Times are different, and so people really aren't going door to door as much.
Right.
But even participating and that $30 registration fee, or go past that $30 registration fee and raise $100, we have a special price for that as well for those that do fundraise. But again, the best part, it all comes back to us.
That's
to
great.
care for, to provide medical treatment, just our day-to-day life with
Operations.
the animals.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of animals, how many animals do you currently have?
We have 77 currently. in
77.
care.
Okay, and
We are full.
I was going to say, is that maximum? It's got to be pretty
Yes,
close.
We are full.
Okay.
We really have to think about. Let me backtrack. When you come into our shelter, you may see an empty kennel. You may see 2 empty kennels, or 3 in different areas. Just because we have empty kennels doesn't mean that we want to fill that space and have that space full.
Sure.
We have to take into consideration our capacity for care. So the team that we have, what can we physically handle, financially handle, emotionally handle, right?
Right.
Where we can give the dogs and cats a little bit of extra love and attention. And that's where our volunteers come into play. A full house is a full house, yes, but really focusing on that quality of care is so important now more than ever.
Absolutely. I couldn't have said it better. I think that's amazing that you take that all into account. So one of the things that you are doing, making changes, we had an interesting conversation a little bit earlier and a few months ago about the process of adoption and how times are changing, as you mentioned before. And, in the past, it may have been a little difficult to adopt, and I think that's the only complaint I've ever heard about the Quincy Humane Society. That there's a lot of stipulations and criteria, which I do think it's so important to find the right owner for to match the owner with the forever pet. But I do think sometimes that can stand in the way of connecting those families with those animals.
Right, absolutely. I first want to mention that the changes that we have made in recent time, we wouldn't have gotten to this point to where we're at now without all of the hard work and time it took for the team, before us.
Right.
And, I think so many things go into play when creating an adoption application, and then situations, whether it's locally or global, come up where we're like, oh, we need to address this before we're putting animals into homes. And before you know it, you have question after question. And of course, because, when you have an application on a website, it prints out terribly and turns into an 8-page application, printed. Yes, I know, that was us. That's a big turnoff. And it's time consuming, yes. You could look at it from different angles. If you want the dog and you want to open your home, you're going to
it's important to you.
Process.
Sure.
Right. But we also have recognized over time and having the ability to go to different conferences with the HSUS, which is the Humane Society of the United States, and the Best Friends Conference, where I'm sending different employees to go to and attend. We're realizing that those are barriers that are preventing our dogs from being at home.
Right.
We're a shelter, so it's temporary housing. It is not intended to be, I would say, no more than 6 months in an ideal world.
Gotcha.
But when we have dogs that have been there for a year and a year and a half, and 2 years, like Finn was, that's a lot.
That's
and
too
that
long.
Takes up, it takes up space. So what our recent team did is we looked at our adoption applications. We were listening to the community. We were listening to our adopters. Where can we meet the community to where they're at so that they can help us adopt animals so we can then help the community place more homeless animals.
Sure.
Right?
Yes.
So full circle effect. And so now we have an adoption questionnaire. It's 1 page. I promise. Front page. We just want to get to know you.
Sure.
We just want to see what you're looking for. And then what we do, we take in some of those questions we've asked and we have like a part 2 where it's just conversation.
Sure.
hey, you're looking for a dog. Are you looking for one that's going to be, high energy? Where's the dog going to be? Little things. It's just going to flow more naturally.
Sure.
Well, I don't know what I'm going to do with my pet when I go on vacation.
Right.
I don't know I'm going on vacation anytime soon.
Right.
But,
Yeah,
so
right.
I'm
Yeah.
know that when I'm taking
Right,
the dog
right.
home.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
and it's just so important to understand personality, I think. So it probably helps you place animals a little bit better because you get to know the animal's personality that are with you, and then matching them with the right people. I think it's great. So, so you've simplified the adoption process, which I think is great.
Yes.
You have events coming up that are in support of the Quincy Humane Society, and I wish you nothing but luck. I think you guys, if there's any mission I can get behind, it is connecting animals with families forever home. So,
I love it. Or
yes.
the cats that find you, right?
Yes, exactly. We did have cats find us too. So, thank you for all that you do.
Thanks for having me.
Of
This
course.
is so fun.
Yes.
Awesome.
And I do have to give my Aunt Amy a shout out. She couldn't be here today.
Yes.
So Pilar.
We love Amy.
Yes, you have
Anybody
to.
that calls Amy Aunt Amy.
Yes.
We're big fans.
Absolutely. But thank you for coming. It was so nice chatting with you, and
Yes.
good luck. Mutt Strut, September 30th, 10 a.m. Registration at 9 a.m. South Park. Don't miss it.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
All right, coming up, I sit down with Meg Duncan, and we'll chat about what's happening in Hannibal.
A great night's sleep starts at Harvey's Furniture. Check out the large selection of complete bedroom sets. And when it comes to mattresses, we have a full selection from Bemco, Spring Air, and Chatham & Wells. Harvey's Furniture. Our home, your home.
A&B Properties is Quincy's largest apartment rental company with hundreds of units available. They offer short-term and long-term rentals with 1 up to 4 bedroom apartments. A&B Properties meets the needs of its tenants with care, compassion, and a quality of service that exceeds expectations. A&B Properties also has a convenient tenant app for you to do your payments or make repair requests. Give them a call today. A&B Properties, 217-919-8080, Quincy.
Are you looking for the perfect venue for your next special event? Check out Utopia Event Center.
Utopia has a large banquet room and an awesome bar area, perfect for anything from birthday parties to formal corporate meetings. It also offers a photo booth, stage for a DJ or a live band, and a fully stocked bar, all for only $300. Check us out at utopiaeventcenter.com or call Barn at 217-430-6559 for more information. Utopia Event Center, 900.
Kelly's has been a fun place to eat and drink in Quincy since 1982. A fun and friendly atmosphere, food with flavor, homemade cinnamon rolls, and famous cheese soup, the best menu in town. Kelly's, 2902 Broadway, Quincy.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
And welcome back. Joining me now, our very own Meg Duncan. What's happening?
Hi, we missed you.
Well, I missed you guys. I came in Monday and I was like, I just feel like it's been so long. And it really does feel like forever when I'm not here because I really do enjoy what we do. And yeah, it's a good time. But I will say we were chatting before. We both kind of feel a little off today. I don't know what it is. Yeah, just off kilter.
So off kilter.
I feel like everybody has days like that. So sometimes it's better just to be like, you know what? Sorry, if we screw up or if we suck, we're just not on our game today.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, I fell off somewhere.
Yeah,
on the way here.
That's all right. It happens.
I didn't literally fall though, so that's good.
Silver lining.
Yeah.
There you go. See,
right.
And more silver lining. Hannibal has some really cool stuff coming up. Yeah,
exactly.
Right?
Yes.
So we're just going to roll with that. And then, hopefully we'll get ourselves back on track here real quick.
Yes.
First thing, and we both love this name, right?
It's the best name ever.
Yeah.
It's Harvest Hootenanny.
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 That word is not used enough.
It is not.
No.
I know we need to figure out, I don't really know the sentence context to use it in, but who cares? If something good happens from now on, I'm going to be like, hootenanny.
Yeah, I'm just going to start saying it. I love it.
Just
because not only is the word fun, but the event, the list of things that you have here, I'm like, man, that just...
Yeah, I know. So it's at the Mark Twain Cave Complex,
which
is a super cool place as it is, down Highway 79 a little bit. And so it starts on Friday. and starts at 5 to 10. They're going to have that first night, be a little more laid back, it sounds like, just with some live music and food trucks and all that good stuff.
Is that this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, this Friday. So 5 to 10:30 p.m.
5 to 10:30. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, go out there and you can catch live band, and of course but Saturday they're going to have some amazing things. So they're going to have exotic petting zoo, which is always cool. You know, they've got like some kind of hands-on event Hannibal Art Council is going to be doing. And then they're also going to have a Jedi Knight like training.
Okay, wasn't there another? I feel like there was another thing that had Jedi Knight training, or maybe it was when they had those famous people from the movie come and like shows. I don't know.
Well, there was that. There's also like on Twain on Main, they do like the cowboy training.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
They have
of.
like cowboy. I forgot what it's called. Cowboy College, and
Yes.
so they'll do a bunch of teaching and stuff.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, so
Jedi Knight training. I bet my husband would be into that.
I know.
Is it mostly little kids, or is it like?
I don't know. It did not give an age.
Okay.
So I truly feel like your husband could.
He could get in on it.
I feel like he could.
All right,
and
cool.
that would be
hilarious.
amazing.
Yeah. Maybe I'll have to order him a costume just so he can really get into it.
That would be awesome.
I'm all about the
That
costumes.
would be awesome. I kind of wonder if my kids. Well, we went to Disney one time and sat in front of the line at Hollywood Studios to get in on Jedi training forever, just to be the first ones to sign up, and then it rained in our time slot, and you don't get rescheduled. And it was our last day at Disney, so.
Dang it. Well,
now they're 17 and 14.
Send them to the Hootenanny.
I don't know if they'll be interested.
Yeah,
but
just tell them, just be like, well, Ash's husband's going to do it. He's like 40-something.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
So-
I like that. Okay.
So Jedi Knight training, exotic zoo. What are we talking, like, exotic, like,
So I
tigers
know,
and stuff?
I think I don't 100% know, but I know when they had a live petting zoo over at the like New London Fair, there was like zebras and things like that. So I'm not sure if that was an exotic one though. It doesn't give a list of animals.
That's all right.
But
Go and be surprised.
yeah, but it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
And then also I know there's gonna be a cornhole tournament. So that's cool.
Always fun.
And so it's $5 for everybody 17 and up to get in. But if you want to pay $10, now below that is free, but if you want to pay $10, your kids can have unlimited pony rides and unlimited bounce house,
Oh my
which
gosh.
is a pretty good deal.
It is a great deal. We'd be there all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
'Cause my kids love both those things. So.
I'm like, I really want a pony ride, but I'm like, I don't know if the pony could take me.
Yeah, sure they can.
I really do want a pony ride.
You should do it.
I really want one.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Yeah.
I love
We just went horseback riding in Colorado, and now we're all addicted. Yeah.
That is awesome.
It was so cool.
Wow.
Yeah, so I know my kids would be on the ponies and in the bounce house all day, and 5 to 10,
lots of
5 to
food.
10:30, right?
Oh,
It's like, or is that on this is Saturday. So what are the
Friday. On Saturday, it starts at 10 a.m.
Gotcha.
So
And goes all day?
Yeah.
Okay.
All day. Yeah.
Cool.
So I mean, there's a ton to do.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking I'm gonna go.
Yeah, heck yeah, especially if the weather's nice, and I mean, even if not, just go have a hootenanny. I don't think I used that right, but
Have a hootenanny.
go have a hootenanny at the Harvest Hootenanny. I don't know. I think it's like a party or something. So go have a party at the
I
party.
think it might be.
We're just gonna stick
Maybe
with that.
it's a farmer party.
Yeah,
Because it's
maybe.
harvest.
There you go.
Hootenanny.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Harvest Festival on Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
You like that show? I love that show. But yeah, that'll be a good time.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
okay, and this is Friday. What is the date on that? September.
Friday's the 15th.
15th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
September
Okay.
15th.
Perfect. So
So-
it starts Friday and
Yeah.
goes all day Saturday.
Yeah, I think
Harvest
this will be a
Hootenanny.
great time. I
Perfect.
think that, yay, go to the Hootenanny.
Yeah.
Go have a Hootenanny.
There you go. And then something else cool, and
Yeah.
I have never heard of this before, so I'm sure I'm not the only one.
Yes,
but
and I'll have to do a lot of looking off of,
that's okay.
let's just admit that I wrote my notes on my insurance bill.
I see that.
Because I forgot my notebook.
You know, whatever works, Meg. I said we're off today, but I feel like
We
this
are
is
off.
great. Yeah.
I brought my notebook, but I'm pretty sure it's laying in my driveway next to where my car would normally be parked because I got here and I'm like, my notebook
That's
is
all
not
right.
here.
Sometimes
But
I
my-
write notes on napkins, so you're good.
Yeah, okay.
It's all good.
So here we go. Anyway, it's the LST 325. It is it's a warship, sort of.
Okay.
But not really. So it's a ship that will be coming to Hannibal,
Okay.
docking in Hannibal. And it is 328 feet long.
Wow.
Yeah, and what it's called is a landing ship tank. So what that means is that basically it would take and drop off tanks, troops, cargo to a hostile beach.
Oh.
So yes, it was going to see war, but it wasn't sticking around. It would drop them off and then go away.
Go away.
Yeah.
That's how I'd like to, if I had to.
That's how I would be. I'd be like, you go take care of
Yeah,
that, and
here
I'm
you
gonna go.
Here's all your goods and men.
I'll
See
give
you later.
you a ride.
I know, it makes me sound like such a chicken shit, but I am.
I
Yeah,
am, 100%.
Yeah, self-proclaimed.
Uh-huh.
So you can go see this ship, though.
Yeah, you can tour it, and it's going to start on Friday, and it'll go through the 18th.
All
So, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And so adults 18 and up are $15. 6 through 17 are $7.50, and 5 and under are free. Also, if you're a World War II or a Korean War vet, you can come for free.
How cool.
Yeah, I loved that. I thought
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
that's great.
So, yeah, they said the tours, they're apparently self-guided, so you
Okay.
get to go around by yourself. I tend to prefer that myself.
Yeah.
Some people I know like the narrated tours, and that's good sometimes. I kind of like taking myself around.
I like the information that a tour guide can offer, but anymore, when I get curious about something, I just
Like to stick
Google it.
around
Yeah.
and move at your own pace
Sure,
kind of
sure,
thing.
yeah.
So that's kind of what's going to happen here. You can give yourself a tour, be about 30 to 45 minutes long is
Cool.
what they said for the self-guided tour. And I think it sounds pretty cool.
I mean, it's not every day you get to see a would-be warship dock in Hannibal.
Right, exactly. It's
Yeah.
so different from, the tour ships that are normally here
Right.
and stuff like that. I remember years ago we had that like pirate type ship that
Yeah.
came to dock. And you know what's funny is like I had a friend whose brothers actually like just went home, told their wives, and then went with them for a week
Really?
to help on the boat. And then they brought them back.
Interesting.
I thought that was crazy. I didn't even know that till recently. My friend told me that story. I was like, wow.
When
cool.
the Flotsam floating circus came
yeah.
through.
Yeah,
okay.
that's cool.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I could not imagine being on that boat.
No.
I mean, even for a short amount of time. I feel like they had a bus, but people also stayed on the boat.
Yeah.
I think I tried to tell myself it would be fine for like a week, but
Yeah.
I just don't know that I could do it.
I don't know that I could do it either.
Yeah.
I've never even been on a cruise.
I haven't either.
So I, from what I can tell, just from different boat rides I've been on, I don't seem to have a seasickness problem.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would kind of get nervous.
Close quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get a little nervous about that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know how I would do on that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
I don't know.
So
And we did tour when we were in Alabama. We toured, I think it was the USS Alabama.
We did
and
too. That
it
was cool.
It was very cool. And that was
Yes.
kind of a self-guided tour, but you got to go up and down like the steps that the
Yes.
service people would have to go up and down. It was just it was a very unique experience
It
to see it,
was.
even though I knew nothing about it.
right,
Yeah.
same. The only thing that I kind of knew something about was the off to the side they have that submarine.
Yeah.
So my dad served in the Navy.
Okay.
And my dad was actually, just a little call out to my dad. Of course, he's passed away. But anyway, he was actually a spy in the Navy. So he tracked enemy ships. And so he did it from a boat just like that. He'd bounce around to different boats. So
How interesting.
I know. I always thought that was really interesting.
That is
So,
interesting,
yeah,
and a
yeah.
great nod to him, of course.
Yes, yeah.
So, and that's the same weekend. That's this weekend.
All
so
of that
you
is
have,
the same
yeah,
weekend.
the Harvest Hoot Nanny and
Yeah.
the LST 325. Did I get that right?
You did. Yeah.
See, we're getting back on track.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
And outside of what's going on in Hannibal this weekend, we just wanted to touch on fall because, of course, the weather is gorgeous.
It is gorgeous out.
Outfits are
Yes.
gorgeous.
Yes.
I think if you're a true lover of fall, which I am a summer girl, I will say that.
I will say I'm a
but
summer girl, too.
I love fall for the fashion, for the outside events, and for actually being able to sit outside without getting attacked by bugs and sweating to death.
Yes.
So
that's the big thing with fall for me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fashion person unless I get them for free.
well, this is very
Which
cute. I was
shout
going
out
to say.
to my friend Andrea who gave me this for free.
There you go.
And and so yeah, like for me though, the fact that you can sit outside without the bugs.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I
Yep.
love that. That's my favorite part. It's the only bad part about it is it's a precursor to winter, but I'm
Yeah.
not bringing that up.
No, not yet.
We're not talking
That'll be
about
here soon
that.
enough.
It will, but that's
And-
okay.
Yeah. It's
about
just
that.
this. I mean, I love the seasons as much as I hate being
I do
cold. I
too.
do love the change of the seasons because it makes you appreciate one
Yep.
after another. So it's like, well,
Yeah, and it reminds you of life. It's like
Yeah,
life has
everything's
seasons,
phases,
everything.
phases. Yeah,
goes-
absolutely.
Comes and goes. It just has this rhythm that's
Yeah.
nice. You
Yeah.
know, it's like I can count on this.
Yep.
And if you can't, then, well, we're in trouble.
Yeah. And even some days when it's not so nice, like today when we're feeling a little off kilter, we still can enjoy each other's company and Muddy River News and everybody who tunes in to listen to us chat about the cool things in Hannibal.
That's right.
Right.
And to next week, where
There
we're
we
not
go.
off kilter.
Right? There we go.
Maybe.
There's always next week.
There's always
We're just going to bank on that.
We're just going to bank.
Yeah. All right. Well, always nice talking to you,
You
either way.
too.
All right. I think that does it for today's Daily Muddy. We'll catch you back here tomorrow for Club Muddy.
Muddy River News. Our home, our news.